Hey everyone, welcome to Yothera. I'm Jessica, and today's video is going to be on why abundance is not just about money. So you may hear the word abundance thrown around kind of in the New Age community, but also just in general. I think people associate the word abundance with money. And I know I do. And what I've recently noticed in clients, which is usually what I bring to these videos, is the themes associated with what's happening in my office. And what I've noticed with clients is money trauma recently. And I have experienced what I would consider money trauma as well, which is simply giving our power away to something outside of ourselves to feel safe and secure, loved, important. And that could be a relationship, it could be a job, it could be anything outside of us, including money. But I wanted to talk about why abundance is so much more than just the physical manifestation of money. And what I'd like to encourage you to do is imagine if money was a person and what your relationship would be with that person called money. And I actually got this exercise from a book called Financial Alchemy by Morgana Ray. If anybody wants to look that up, it's such a great exercise in this book. But I've been sharing it with my clients because it worked for me, and it actually is it's so profound. So if you imagine money as a person, what would they be? How would they be? What would they wear? Is it a man or a woman? What kind of a vibe do you get from them? What are they like towards you? I mean, she goes through the checklist of what money would be like if it was a person. And my person named Money was an abusive relationship. When I really looked at it and with a fine-tuned comb, and I went through it, and it was spot on a abusive relationship. And this old version of money that I have carried most of my life is nobody's fault. It just is. It's based on societal norms, based on certain situations that I had growing up, and then how I saw money used in my life, and then also how I've been operating in a relationship with money. So I've been codependent to money, and I know that a lot of the clients that I see have also expressed the same thing. And what I'd like to encourage everyone to do is consider what it could maybe be like to redefine who money is to you. So who do you want money to be? What would a positive, healthy relationship look like with a new version of money? So for me, it was kind of this like divine masculine, if you will. It was a protector, somebody that would take care of me, that I trusted, that I didn't have to chase. It was somebody that I could open myself to receiving, and just ultimately somebody that I trusted. And yes, I have to do my part in the relationship, right? So it goes both ways. So one thing that I really took from that exercise is if we can develop a new relationship with money, it's actually not just about that. It's about developing a new relationship with the life force energy. It's about trusting that we can shift how we feel towards anything that we've given our power away to. And that means taking our power back and creating a new story about our role in why things are manifesting the way that they are in our life. So if we can shift into the mindset that we are already rich, that we're already abundant, that we already have what we need, then the physical manifestation of money is actually a byproduct, or can be a byproduct, of us already acting out of a space of abundance. And one thing I've run into is fear blocking it, without me realizing that that's what was happening. When I overwork, when I try and do everything, when I do more than I really need to do it's not necessarily because I am a hard worker. I am a hard worker, but it's not necessarily that being the only reason. A lot of times it's I'm not trusting. I'm not trusting that the universe will meet me halfway. And that's gotten in my way a lot in my life and in my work. And I'm stepping into a whole new way of relating to how I share my energy. And that doesn't just go with people, it goes with my work. It goes with how I literally spend my energy. Am I trusting that I'll be matched? Or am I trying to take everything on and as a result, actually blocking anything that could meet me or match me? That could be a person, again, or it could be actual money. It could be just really anything that brings abundance to your life. So look at areas of your life where you might be acting out of fear or scarcity and not trusting. And if any of it has to do with money, really take a look and do that exercise and get clear on what kind of relationship you actually want, and write it out. Write out what you want to, how you want to show up in that relationship, because most likely it's an unhealthy relationship both ways, right? If you make money a person. And then how you want to actually show up in that healthy relationship, which most likely would look like a non-codependent relationship, a sovereign relationship. So a trusting relationship with yourself, your ability to take care of things when you need to, and then also an allowing of yourself to be met by something bigger than you. So I also wanted to point out that a lot of the clients that I have worked with in the past have come from the medical model of therapy being something that insurance just pays for. You don't really have to do the work. You just kind of go and you give a copay. Not that you don't do the work, but it's very limited in your investment in it. So I also wanted to point out that the reason that I talk a lot about abundance is because I'm wanting to move mental health out of that scarcity mentality, out of this space of that we can only afford so much, when in reality, if we get honest with ourselves, where are we spending our money? Where are we putting our resources? And a lot of times we have stayed stuck in this medical model of caring for ourselves, but actually not really, because we're not really investing in our care. We're not really aligned, because if we were, we would not really bat an eye at spending just as much on our mental health as we do our gym membership or whatever else, you know, that we're spending our money on. So money is just energy exchange. It's just showing the universe what you value and what you want to get more of. So it's really looking at and getting honest with ourselves on what we are putting our energy into and what our returns actually are. So I've had to get really honest with myself in that area. And then also therapists that are coming to me for either mentorship or groups, that's a big topic of discussion. I think a lot of people are wanting to move out of that scarcity mentality or fear-based mentality that they couldn't make it if they went off insurance, or their clients wouldn't come see them. And maybe that's true, but it wouldn't be because they're not worth it. It would be because the client maybe has their own scarcity mentality. So it's really changing and being committed to the process of moving all of us out of that mentality that there's not enough, and there's not enough to go around, and that we all have to play small in order to get our needs met. So if that resonates with you, and if you'd like to work with me individually, of course, reach out. My next group starts October 8th. It's for 4 weeks. It does provide CEUs for those of you that are practitioners wanting that. However, it is open to anybody that's interested in blending psychology and embodied work together as one. And so it's really for anybody that's in the holistic health field and wanting to maybe collaborate with other practitioners and wanting to be more embodied in themselves in order to show up more fully for their clients. So if this resonates, I'd love to meet you. Send me a direct message, or you can just reach out at any of the links below. And if you liked this video, please hit the like button and share it. And if you care to subscribe, that